KollinsPlays Feed the Beast Monster.
Buongiorno, Minecraft fans. We got more Feed the Beast Monster. So I've been clearing out the starter base, temporarily moving everything over to the sky base. We still have to find a permanent home, and we'll move the rest of this stuff when we get over there. But I've been changing some things around and doing some stuff and playing with some things. So one of the things I played with was the liquid XP from Open Blocks. So downstairs we had that mob spawner, and I just hooked it up to an ender tank. So if we go down here, there's the mob spawner thing where the turtle kills stuff and things go in the chest, and the liquid XP goes into an ender tank. And then up here there's more open block stuff. Come on, let me see the door. There's more open block stuff. I just kind of played with this to see how it would work. We'll set up something like this at a permanent base, but the ender tank feeds it into these open blocks tanks. This XP drain, when you stand on it, drains your experience bar. And then I made some more of these experience gaining crystals. So you can see I gain experience when I'm standing here. And then if I stand on the drain, the experience goes into the tank. And then I can shower with it to get some back. And if I don't stand on the grate, I can do enchants and anvil. I can do anvil from here. Yeah. So I've just been playing with that. I can get me some XP balls. I can let it drain, do whatever. And I have still been playing with the things to try to figure out the lag. I updated the version of Ender.io that's in the mod, and that seems to help a little bit. I moved some trophies over here. I've been void piping the sewage that comes out of the sewer things instead of making more fertilizer, because it's got way too much charcoal. Way too much charcoal. 274,000, yeah. So that's a quarter of the way from being filling up, but no, it's an eighth of the way. Yeah, 2 million. 1/10. Yeah, well, whatever. An eighth of the way up from filling up heap storage. But we don't need that much charcoal yet, so I slowed it down until we're ready. And I'm half tempted to just rip all of this logistics pipe out and start from scratch, because I'm sure there's something stupid that I did that is the cause for all the lag. I've been playing with some server utilities to test the like what is causing all the lag, and it says that there's a thermal expansion something that is the source of the lag, but I think what it is thermal expansion has an API, and I think all of the item interaction stuff ties into the thermal expansion API, and that's why it's shown as taking up so much processing power. But I'm pretty sure I messed up something. I got a pipe somewhere doing something stupid or something in this logistics pipe system. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna probably rip a lot of this stuff out and make a smaller LP system, and then just supplement it with AE. And again, we'll get rid of some of this complex crafting stuff and take it down. And we'll have simple crafting on the crafting wall, because this crafting wall is really big. We'll have simple stuff that we craft, but more complex machines that we are not going to make a lot of. I'll probably just do it with an AE molecular assembly chamber. I think what I'll probably do is set this up. We'll set up an ME system with a Big Mac at a base we set up, and we'll leave like some basic and component crafting on the LP network, and then we'll take the complex machine stuff off, the things I don't use all the time. Like I probably won't build a lot of ME controllers, so the ME controller, the crafting recipe for that will be on applied energistics. But like, ender chests will be on the thing, and then I'll reduce that crafting wall a little bit. I think that's how it's going to work. I think what I'll do is I'll play with some of this LP stuff basically on its own to try to figure out the things that it does. So like, here's one of the weird things that logistics pipes does with machines. So if we go upstairs, come on. So I have some machines, right? So this machine is set to make vibrant alloy. You put energetic alloy and ender pearl in, and he gets vibrant alloy out. Well, when I do this in applied energistics, all I have to do is, like the applied energistics import thing with the AE interface with the recipe in there knows to stick those things in the machine, but it doesn't care how the result gets back into AE, as long as it sticks items in the machine and somehow the result gets into AE's inventory. AE's all happy. Not logistics pipes. With logistics pipes, this interface has to get the item back out on the same interface. And I think it does sneaky pipes type of thing where it'll do the sides. So like a thermal expansion machine, you can have input on one side and output on another side, and this will pull the output. I'm not even sure. We're gonna have to test that out. But I was thinking this is like AE, so I was like pump stuff out of the back of the machine and stick it into the logistics pipe network. Well, no, these little pipes were flashing because they stuck ingredients in, and the result got pumped out the back and didn't come out of this pipe. So the pipe was all freaked out. It was like, I stuck sand in the segment and didn't get any glass. What's the deal? Or in the alloy smelter, I didn't get any glass, and so it kept flashing. So that was one of the things that was causing lag that I didn't figure out for a while. But I think we're gonna have to do some standalone, or maybe I'll do it in creative or something. We'll just test some of the stuff out and see how it works. We'll find out how it works with these TE machines and stuff, because that's like what the laser tables do. So these laser tables are tied into the ender chests that are up here, but this crafting deal has to get, the result has to come into this chest. So if it dumps a diamond and a piece of redstone in this chest, it's waiting for a diamond chipset to show up in that chest before it sucks it out. Which is weird when you're testing, because when if I'm testing this out, before I put the crafting pipe on here, I'm going to stick, energetic alloy takes, redstone and glowstone and gold. So I put a piece of redstone and a piece of glowstone and a piece of gold in the machine directly to make sure that it's set to craft it right. And this logistics pipe is not going to pull that out because it didn't request energetic alloy. So it was a little confusing, but that's just, it's something with logistics pipes that I have to figure out. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that we have to do on that, and then these are just extra recipes, because I took all the machines off the applied energistics system at the base, and these are all the machine crafting things. I think we can actually do bedrock dust and dream dust. These, the tesseracts and the redstone energy cell frames, I think these are actually easier to do with logistics pipes, because you got your magma crucible, and then you got your filler machine. What the heck's that thing called? That's Ender IO. Where's my AE stuff? There's a magma crucible and a fluid transposer, right? So you pop these guys down, and you have to put, redstone in the magma crucible, and it turns it into, liquid redstone, and then you just tell it to output on the side that the other machine's connected to, and then you tell this that this is an input, and then this thing will turn redstone dust into liquid redstone. The liquid redstone will automatically get fed in here, and then you just put like your tesseract frame in here. I think this will work better with logistics pipes, because you put the crafting pipe on the input of this, and then you put what's called a satellite pipe on the input of this, and then you tell the crafting thing, because here's this satellite deal. So if I put empty tesseract frame in the input and redstone in the satellite, it should all be happy with this stuff. I think that's actually how it works. We'll have to test that out though, because I don't really know. So that's again why I think we're just going to do an AE system on the side, or a logistics pipe system standalone off to the side somewhere, and just test the different stuff out before I redo all of this stuff, because I messed a lot of it up. I messed it up somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I'm pretty sure that logistics pipes is the cause of the lag up here. Because I've built out of those type of blocks before. I built a test farm in the sky with using mostly Ender IO conduits in a test world, and that worked. So I'm pretty sure I did something wrong with logistics pipes. We just have to figure it out. I'm total logistics pipe noob, and that's a pretty big logistics pipe system to build as your first logistics pipe network. So I'm pretty sure I messed it up somewhere big time. I'll probably rip it all out and go, oh my god, why did I put that pipe there? What the heck is wrong? So we got the mob essence going into this auto enchanter, making bottles of enchanting. And I figured out this thing. So the ink mixer, it flashes different colors when you add stuff to it. It's not really a game. The flashing is just an indication of how much of a chance you have of getting whatever. So the longer it stays green, the more chance you have of getting interlinking. And looking on the forums, the newest component for like gold dust gives you a chance for interlinking, and it also gives you a chance for like generate platform and disarm and stuff like that. But bottles of enchanting only have a chance to generate interlinking. So 1, and you can see it stays green for only short time. 2 will make it 3, 4, make it stay green a little bit longer. And if I stick 9 bottles in here, it stays green for a long time. And that is how I can get, see, and then it'll go black, and then it turns green again. So it'll stay green for a long time if I do that. And it didn't work this time. But that's the way I've been getting interlinking pages. So I did get one interlinking page to take me to Sky Power. And now we go back to, we go to one of the lower floors in Sky Base. I've been clearing most of this stuff. I cleared all this stuff out. And I said I wouldn't do it, but I did it. Damn frickin' industrial craft crop matron blech. Ugh. Crossbreeding crops. Yeah, so I did it. It was boring. I explored, I connected to the abandoned mine shaft over at Sky Power down below. I explored a bunch of stuff in the stronghold. No melon seeds. But we got this guy, and I think I can right click to harvest. Yes, and now we have melons and melon seeds. And you can't craft melons into anything, you have to break them. That's how you get more melon seeds. And more melons. So let's go... I don't remember how many I need. Let's see. There's 10. And I realized I could do this all within AE, but... What is that? A key ring, huh? Oh. So now we have a glistering melon. And I will use that with the brewing stand. So now I can make regen, and I can use glistering melons to make health potions, and we'll make some magnum torches. I'll probably do that in a little bit. But we have some other things that we found in the dungeon. So I found this logic matrix programmer. I'm not sure. We may not do a lot of factorization stuff. So I've found these before, and I don't really know. Like, what do they make? Well, we might play with factorization at some point. I found this division sigil, which is an extra utilities thing, and you must perform the activation ritual. So at some point, we will do this, and we'll go through it. And then the other thing I did is, so if you remember right, we did the Mistcraft worlds, and the first one we did had like a nether biomes in it. So I used my bedrock pickaxe, went over there, grabbed some of these smoldering grass blocks, which are cool because they actually light on fire, and we'll have to see if it powers like the lava powered heater, or you know, if it'll heat up the blast furnace. Maybe it'll heat up those steam engines from Rotary Craft. We'll find out. We'll play with those in a little bit. And the other thing I did is I found these floppy disks from Computer Craft. I'm not sure what they do. Gold Runner? Gold Runner's an old game from like the 80s. Protector. I don't know what that does. And Paint Pro. But at some point we'll get a we'll make a turtle, and or no, I mean a turtle. We'll make a computer, and then we'll test those out. The other thing I was growing is this stuff is completely useless. It's turnips from Biomes of Plenty. I think you can eat them, but there's no other uses for it. Use key. What's the uses for these? What recipes do they give? Nothing. So they're pretty much worthless, but I was growing them over here anyway. Yeah. So I don't know what we'll do with the turnips. I can't even turn them into biofuel. But we did do the crossbreeding thing, so we got this. This is more that Scizent, and I don't think that's fully grown. I don't know why it's not fully grown. I got a tulip seed bag. That's the Scizent I had, and then here's some stuff I was doing before. So one of the things I can do with this is I can just go wank, and we can take this over to Sky Power and just pop it down on the ground somewhere. And I was crossbreeding different crops, so I got this one here, which is like, this grows iron, but you need a block of iron underneath. So you can see there's a block of iron down there. So this makes tiny piles of iron dust. Pretty lame, but it works. And I think we need a hoe. We got a hoe? Yeah, we got this hoe. I'm going to save this thaumium hoe in case we do some Thaumcraft stuff. We can do the hoe growth, and we can use that as an ingredient for it. But there's a normal hoe. So I should be able to just hoe some earth and boink. Alright, so now we got melons that we can grow. Sweet. I've been playing with this thing, just testing this out. I'm going to rip this all out now because I'm not going to do any more crossbreeding crop stuff. Ugh. And I tried to build this stupid machine thing or whatever. So there's the crop. So to tell what these seed bags that do nothing are, you have to build this crop analyzer, which is not, you know, you smash a little bit of copper to make copper cables, and then the electronic circuit needs to smash a little bit of copper and some iron. That's not all that bad, because right now these seed bags don't say what they do. And I made one of those, but you have to power it. And it has to be powered from one of these energy crystals, which I have the compressor, but you need an energium dust. So you need 9 of these, which means I have to get diamond dust. Where does diamond dust come from? You need a macerator. I don't think you can do it in a pulverizer, so I'm not building a freaking macerator. I have a pulverizer to pulverize. It does almost everything that I need that a macerator would do. I'm not going to plate smash a macerator. Forget it. I still haven't figured out what to do with the paperweight. This is the one thing I was going to try. Is, can I block move you? Oh, I can. Okay. So we're going to use the block mover for that. I can move it. I've had problems in the past though when I used the block mover, like in the last mod pack there was that force wrench from Darkcraft. I had problems using the force wrench on machines, and I think I've tried the block mover on machines like in creative before and had problems with that. But we'll see what that does. Let's put that in a special chest somewhere. I don't want to, yeah. Let's put it, come on, jump. Let's put it in this reinforced strung box. Okay, so that, does it say? Compressor, it does, okay. Yeah, we'll just stuff it in there for now. I'm half tempted to leave one there just because it's a paperweight. just for the sake of, you know, posterity. You know, there's a couple things I totally forgot about. We found like bronze and stuff in chests. I found 3 Thaumonomicons in chests and some aluminium. So that's more stuff we can play with. We can use this to start out. I don't know if this is going to do us any good. Does this stuff come... Are these all the same because they're tied to me, or how does that work? Do they already have stuff in them? There's a bunch of stuff lit up. So, did they have different stuff lit up? No, they all have the same. So I don't know if that's basic research already done or what. Yeah, these all 3 of these look the same. I don't know what I'm going to do with 3 Thaumonomicons, but that'll get us started with some Thaumcraft stuff. And then the other thing I wanted to do is I've been playing with the Mac stuff. So this is applied energistics, it says. So use this power module, you can make a scooperator. And I think this holds EU, but let's try that out. And it uses a basic scoop, which is on the crafting wall. And then the other thing that we can do now is that we got the magnum torch thing. So I made instant health and regen 2 because now I have the melon seeds. Oh, to getting gears from the... Okay. But let's do a couple magnum torches. How many does that take? Oh, there's a scooperator. Yeah, and it does hold EU. But the one thing with the EU is this toolbox chest is hooked up to a universal charger, so that should charge it. Oh, it does. Sweet. Yeah. That's weird, because it said applied energistics. Oh, applied energistics was the recipe. Gendistry, okay. But either way, this... damn thing. Torches are wigging out. Yeah, that's... I think I have a double. More applied energistic stuff that I messed up. Oh, so each bottle will make one. Let's make 2 more magnum torches. So this flashing thing with the torches, what it's doing is, yeah. Oh, it's so freaking out. All right, just stop. There. There's this chest is tied up because it's an ender chest. It's tied in to multiple spots, I think, and that's where I messed it up. Oh, damn it. Did you use torches? Yes. There. Now are you happy? Okay, so now we got 3 of these magnum torches. So I want to leave one here. Because I want, like, I don't want mobs spawning in the areas that have chunk loading, because it just causes more things for the chunk loading to do. And then I want one here, which I think it has the range on the bottom floor. So if we go like right here, we'll put one there, and then we'll go, how do I get down? I think this is the way down. Where's the chunks? I think this is right in the middle of it. And then we'll put one here. So now mobs won't spawn within 64 blocks of this thing. Mobs won't spawn within 64 blocks of my sky base. And mobs won't spawn within 64 blocks of the other area that I have chunk loaded. And we'll, you know, again, we're going to move all that stuff when we get... let me up. Oh, there's a lip here, that's right. So we'll get all that stuff going when we move the main base. When we move the starter base, we'll move this magnum torch, but for now it can live here. Yeah, so we got magnum torches, we got the scooperator. We'll have to try that thing out. Where'd it go? Is it in here? Why is there gears left over? Yeah, I've messed up this logistics pipes thing. So half the stuff for logistics pipes gets crafted. Half the stuff that AE needs gets crafted on the logistics pipes network, and then it sends it over. And I took all of the storage out, so there's no more drives in here. The only storage that this ME system has is this chest for these, you know, all the rotorcraft stuff, and then this chest for is the leftover storage, which is kind of nice because if I request something, then I can tell whether it showed up or not. But yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the LP system. I might shut the whole thing down, just rip all those out. But that's something I'll do later off camera because I don't want it. And then this is all gonna get ripped out because again, I'm done with industrial craft crops. Ugh. It's worse than plate smashing. This needs to be easier. I don't want to plate smash. I hate smashing plates. I don't know if you can automate this crappy stuff, because the hammer and the cutter and I don't know. Whatever. This plate smashing sucks. Fix it. IC2 is broken with plate smashing. Please fix. Please fix. That's why we like TE and Ender.io and all these new mods, because there's no plate smashing. If I want to autocraft, I just tell it to autocraft. And we'll have to play. This guy's been sticking around now that I've stuck him in the chunk. I did tear down this wall of bricks and just stuck him in storage because, again, I'm trying to clean this place up. So we'll get this down to a bare minimum, and when we find a new place to go, we'll move all the other stuff around. What's in you? Oh, I melted a shovel drop, I think. Oh, is it not enough for a bar? What's the deal? Yeah, I melted a shovel down. Mob drops, you get these half-broken tools and stuff, and then you just combine them until you get one with full durability, and then it goes into the Tycho smelter, and you get ores out of it. It's awesome. So let's see what else we got time for. And that's our little mashup of everything we've been playing with. There's a couple more things I wanted to do before we end the episode. We got a few minutes left. I'm going to stick some ender chests down here and code them up, and we're going to use these advanced item collectors, and they have a maximum range of 10, and it really doesn't matter what you set these to, because if you set any of these, basically the highest number you pick when you log out and log back in will be all of them. But we're going to set some of these up. This is above the little sky power thing, because I'm sick of dropping stuff on the ground and having it get stuck in. What the? It's invisible. Alright. I'm sick of having stuff fall off the sky base and land on the ground, and then I can't get it. So now it's going into the ender chest, which goes into the storage system. And why are you invisible also? So many things are bugged out in this game. Alright, and then we'll get the other one set up. One last one. And color code you, and you're not invisible. Okay. And I realize there's this filter here. I'm going to have to take the one that's at the farm and just put jungle saplings, because that's the only thing I'm really trying to collect. And I should just put the filter on there. But we're going to pick a spot and go down into this giant thing that we mined out, because the other thing we got is this scooperator, which is Gendustry, and it uses IC2 power, but I can charge it with my universal charger. And this is the Oblivion hive we saw. So, oh, one shot. So we got some Oblivion princesses. Oh, and they drop ender pearls. Awesome. And then we'll just take all this endstone out of the way too. We use endstone for some stuff, so that'll be good. And then up here is the other one, the nether one. We'll grab you two. Let's I want you falling somewhere weird. What do we get from this one? Infernal stock. I don't know ignoble and pristine what the difference is between those. We got some glowstone out of that. This should just give us glowstone blocks. There we go. Alright. And I did add some skylighting up there. That kind of makes it not quite as dark when you're down here. We'll move the bedrock breaker over here. I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the Stone Age. We're going to shut the whole farm thing down and take another crack at how we do logistics pipes. Because I've been learning a bunch of stuff about logistics pipes. And that's part of the reason why I want those item collectors down there, is because when I start ripping stuff apart, if stuff, you know, falls off the edge, it's just going to be picked up by the item collectors. They'll show up in this ender chest. That ender chest right there. But that should be it for today.
So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody who likes and subscribes. We still haven't gotten 100 subs yet. We're getting there though.